Is the path of least resistance stealing our youth? I think that it is, and give me just a few minutes to state my case, because if you've ever heard the words motion is lotion, it's so true. And the older we get, the more important it is for us to stay in motion. My name is Lisa Arundel. I'm an energy transformation coach, an integrative women's health coach, and a certified personal trainer. And the other day, I'm standing in my kitchen, and my dogs had just drug all of these leaves into my kitchen, right between my kitchen and my breakfast nook. And I say all these leaves, it was 20 or 30, it wasn't a million, but it was a bunch. And I'm looking at these leaves, and I'm like, oh, great. And my very first inclination was to go and grab the broom. And my second thought was, why would I grab the broom when I'm completely capable of bending down to pick up these leaves? And it really just got me thinking, why do we do that? Why do we go out of our way to not go out of our way? Why do we choose the path of least resistance the older we get? So think about being a child, okay? Think about what you did, whether you were coloring or watching TV. Were you sitting on the couch? Not often. Probably not my generation when we were watching TV. You're on the floor with your feet up behind you, right? And then you turn over and you're on your back and you're on your butt and you're squatting down. You're coloring, maybe you're squatting down on the floor or you're on your knees. The point is, we're always moving as children, and we're moving in all kinds of different ways, not just running and playing. Literally, even our leisure time is often in movement. Watch children, watch how they move their bodies. As we get older, we slow down, we get serious, we get at desk jobs where we do this. And then when we stand up, we go, oh gosh, that hurts. And why? Is it because we're getting older, or is it because we're moving less? And I contend that so much of the aches and pains that people feel in their 30s and their 40s and their 50s and beyond is oftentimes because we just become less mobile. So if that phrase is true, motion is lotion, I do not know who to give credit to. I heard it years and years ago, and I love it. I love that phrase so much because it really just kind of gives you a mental picture of moving your body through space and doing it easily, right? Because our joints are very happy when we are moving a lot. So if when we're children, we move a whole lot and our bodies feel really good, why not as adults move our bodies a lot so that they feel good? And they will. Are our bodies aging? Of course. Is every ache and pain because our body is aging? Absolutely not. It's a cop-out. I'm just going to get real honest with you right now. It's a cop-out. So on my Instagram, my TikTok, on Facebook, I put out reels. I put out dance reels, and I put out mobility challenges and little dance tutorial reels and all these things. And so many times I get comments back from people going, oh, well, that must be nice. I'm 47 and my knees are just a wreck. And obviously, we can have injuries, we can have car wrecks, we can have all kinds of awful things can happen that prevent high mobility. So to that person, I always, first of all, empathize, because it breaks my heart to hear anybody have any chronic pain, but especially somebody as young as 45 years old. And so I empathize because it's heartbreaking. And then number two, I say, what are you doing to work on that? Are you working with a practitioner, maybe a physical therapist, or someone who is very knowledgeable about helping you gain your mobility back? Because my gosh, you're only 45. I want to see you feel so amazing. And so many times the answer back is nothing. I'm not doing anything. It's just, this is my age. So I just assume this is how it is. No. There are people out there that help. Okay, so that's a little bit of a rabbit trail, but I had to go there because I just see it all the time. I see people saying that their body is falling apart and they're so much younger than me. I'm 50. At the making of this video, I'm 50 years old, and I'm standing in my kitchen thinking I'm about to get a broom, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm 50 and perfectly capable of bending down to pick up these leaves. Why would I grab the broom? Which, by the way, I bent over and I picked up the leaves, right? If you have the ability, do it. If you don't, find out how to get that ability. Make sure you are hiring somebody, whether it's an injury or you just have so many aches and pains and you're really not even sure why, and maybe you just assume it's age. Could be something more serious, right? There could be an autoimmune condition or something attacking your joints, or it could just be that somewhere along the line Maybe you just became less mobile. Maybe you got behind a computer screen and you're here all day long. And so when you go to stand up, things are tight, because if motion is lotion, the opposite is also true. I don't know what the rhyme is there, but if you're all like this for so long, then you get up and that lotion isn't there and it's creaky and it's tight and it hurts, and absolutely, then you can injure yourself because you've been in one position so long. So here's what I want to encourage you with this video. Number one, move your body. Listen, stay with me, every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes. Do not sit longer than 30 minutes. If you've ever heard of NEAT activity, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, all that means is moving your body in a non-exercise way. So in other words, I'm not saying every 30 minutes, get up and do 5 minutes of jumping jacks. That's not what I'm saying. That's exercise. I'm saying get up and move. So you set a timer on your watch or on your phone. 30 minutes goes off. You get up, you move around, you walk around. Maybe you pull your knees in a little bit, do a little bit of light stretching, get on the balls of your feet, right? Just move, because if motion is lotion, we need to be moving our body and moving our joints. Then after a few minutes, if you need to sit back down, you can stand, that's great, and do your job. But if not, you need to sit back down, you've moved your body. You can do that every 30 minutes. That's free. That is free therapy right there. And I'm telling you, if you will take a challenge and do that for 2 weeks, I'm going to say 2 weeks, even 1 week. Oh gosh, but I really want to challenge you to 2 weeks. Set a timer, and every 30 minutes throughout the day, even at night when you're tired, you're exhausted, and you're sitting on the couch with your family and maybe you're watching a movie, just stand up. Just stand up for a minute. Just move your body a little bit. Maybe just do a few little light squats, nothing crazy. And you do that consistently for 2 weeks, and you come back and tell me how your body feels. I'm telling you, you're going to feel like a new person, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, Lisa Lou was right. And that costs nothing but a few minutes of time and a few little reminders, because we get so busy. I get it. Oh my gosh, I'm so guilty. I will get caught up. I do so much work from my phone. I'll get all caught up, and before I know it, I've been sitting too long, and I stand up and my joints are just like, sister, what are you doing? The body is not meant to sit. It's not meant to sit for extended periods of time, and certainly not like this, and definitely not like this. And that's exactly what we do. And on our phones, we're here, right? Everything is this forward motion. And then we wonder, gosh, why am I so achy? Or we don't wonder, we blame it on age. So I want to encourage you, move your body. Joseph Pilates said, we are only as, actually he said it this way, you are only as young as your spine is flexible. That's why I love mobility conditioning. I'm a big fan. What is mobility conditioning? First of all, mobility is just the ability to move your body through space, right? If you are mobile, you're able to move your body. Movement is such a gift, and it's one we take for granted that we can do until things do start to fall apart, maybe because we haven't moved enough. And then we go, oh my gosh, wow, I really miss when I could, I'm going to say it, do a back bend. I haven't done a back bend in a long time because my spine and my shoulders are not as flexible as they need to be. That's something I really want to do again. But even just getting down and getting up off the floor without using your hands, that is a functional movement that we take completely for granted when we're young. And if you're listening to this and saying, I can't do that, try it. Like, work on it. Work on strengthening the muscles to do that. So back to mobility conditioning for a moment. So there are apps, there are free YouTube videos, there are all kinds of ways. There's yoga and Pilates is great for mobility, right? Because they take you through this great range of motion, and then you hold it for a little while. I love an app called Pliability. And the reason, it used to be called ROMWOD, Range of Motion Workout of the Day. It's now called Pliability. What I love about this is that you get into a position and there's no muscle involved. It's not active, it's passive, most of the movements, meaning you are relaxing into that motion, whatever position it is, to where your body it's a stretch, but it is a prolonged stretch. And I just love that. That is an app that is not free, but it is my favorite. So I'm just going to throw that out there to you. I'll link to it in the description if you want to check it out. But there's all kinds of things you can be doing, even if you just take 5 minutes in the morning and just do some stretching. But think about every joint. Think about shoulders, think about hips, think about knees, think about ankles, think about wrists, think about elbows, think about all kind of go through your neck. Think about all the major joints, especially in your body, and where it is that you get locked up and what can you do to get into a stretch position and hold it for a while, releasing into it, not tightening up, so that you can increase your range of motion, you can increase your mobility, and therefore your joints love you and your body will be thanking you for years and years and years to come. So that's my encouragement to you today. Let's not take the path of least resistance. Let's take the stairs instead of the escalator. Every now and then, let's go ahead and wrestle that shopping cart out from the tangle of other shopping carts, and let's pick up the leaves by hand every now and then. How about that? In fact, let's not do it every now and then. Let's do it for as long as we have the ability, because the more you do it, the longer you'll have the ability. The more you grab the broom, and that's an analogy. I say grab the broom, and what I mean by that is just making life easier. It was an actual grab the broom for me. But what is it that we're doing to try to make life easier that could actually be slowing us down physically and making us age faster and making our joints not very happy with us? That's it. Thank you so much for joining. I hope this was an encouragement and a little bit of an inspiration for you, and I'll see you next time.